Here we go. Boo. Yeah, I was killing it in November, but then, Thanksgiving happened and then Christmas happened and there was just food everywhere, people bringing over food and offering you food. And I didn't travel very much in December and, yeah, there you go. What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube? Boogie298 coming at you live once again to the power of the internet. And it's a new year, and it's a new me. Quite literally a new me, especially if you haven't seen one of my videos in a while. I probably look pretty different. I make one of these videos each year, generally around the first. And last year, I set many different goals. I failed a good number of them. I got some of them, though, most notably getting my teeth fixed and all those rotten, miserable teeth pulled and getting a new smile. And I got to tell you, I love my new smile, and I know a lot of you guys do too. But before I set the goals for this upcoming year and tell you how I plan to live my life this next year, I want to talk a little bit about 2019, which I think is arguably one of my worst years on record. Certainly for my mental health, certainly for my career, certainly for just my life in general. It's not been great. And you know what? I was going to talk about all of the drama and all of the negativity, but today is a new day and it's a new me. So I'm not going to talk too much about it. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take all of the blame and put it squarely on my shoulders right here, right now. I'm not going to point out anybody else involved. I'm not going to point out any of the BS or anything else. I'm just going to say right here, right now, over the last couple of years, I have screwed up tremendously. Just spectacularly. And I'm going to completely own it today. Whatever it is you've heard about me, whatever it is people say, even if it's not true, I'm going to put that weight on my shoulders right now and I'm going to carry it. I mean, you might know this about me. I'm pretty good at carrying weight, either emotional, mental weight, or even just fat. Man, I used to be 600 pounds and mentally I'm like 1,000 pounds. First off, I have an anxiety disorder, and when somebody out there doesn't like me, it scares the hell out of me because I'm afraid it's going to impact me, my life, my career, my fans. So that's a big focus of that. I've learned how to avoid that anxiety and how to deal with that anxiety, though, so I think I can tune that out. And the second reason, and I talked this over with Barnacle Nerdgasm, it's because I genuinely care about the people who do not like me about as much as I care about the people who do like me. I want those people to be happy. I want those people to be satisfied. The people that are obsessed with criticizing me, I want their lives to be better. I want to fix the problem. But the problem is, and I've learned this over the last couple of years, there's nothing you can do to satisfy those people. I could bend over backwards. I could literally eat glass. Until I put a bullet in my head, those people would not be happy. So there's no point in trying. So New Year's resolution number one, very simple. Tune out the negativity in its entirety. If you're a negative person, I'm just going to block you and I'm going to move on with my life. And hopefully, if you don't like me, you can move on with yours. Like, go watch something you do like. Go interact with people you do like. Because I'm not going to give you any more attention. That's just done. New Year's resolution number two is I'm done with the self-deprecating humor. Or more importantly, I'm so done with being so hard on myself. Over the last couple of years, I have beat myself up for not losing as much weight for my surgery, for making all of these stupid mistakes, for my divorce, for my marriage failing. I've just been beating myself up every single day. And one of the ways that takes form is in self-deprecating humor. Probably the most perfect example of that is the viral joke, one for me and one for my hooker, talking about banging hookers and snorting cocaine all the time, which is obviously not something I do.
Sammy, what? Do you want outside?
But I realized those jokes aren't just bad for you guys because you guys don't seem to like them as much as I do. It's not just bad for my career because people believe they're true or whatever the reason they turn them into memes. But more importantly, I realized I was just punishing myself. It's another form of self-harm, something I'm quite good at. The second New Year's resolution is no more negativity about myself. There are going to be periods of time where I slip up. There's going to be periods of times where I make self-deprecating jokes. And there's definitely going to be periods of time where I'm going to want to talk about my mental health. So don't get confused. But I'm done beating myself up. The mistakes I've made are in the past. I'm just going to try not to make any more mistakes moving forward. Which leads me to talking about the state of this channel, which is right now not doing as well as it has in the past. I'm lucky when I upload a video to get 50, 60,000 views per video, and I'm lucky to be pushing through 3 million views a month. And if I look at that through a negative lens, like so many people in my comment sections do, I will beat myself up. Lord knows I've beat myself up for the last year, but that didn't get us anywhere. Instead, I want to show gratitude, and I want to say how grateful I am that I have 50, 60,000 people still watching my videos, even though I have put my foot so far down my throat it came out my own ass. So New Year's resolution number 3 is to show gratitude, to express gratitude, and to focus on the positive and the gratitude. Because if I'm not doing that, then I'm not living life right. I highly recommend you do the same. Tune out the negative, focus on the positive. All of this stuff is coming from my friends, my family, my support structure, other people in the industry, and my therapist. I mean, all of those people can't be wrong. And then finally, and this is the New Year's resolution that I think I'm going to fail the hardest at and the quickest, but I'm going to try my absolute best to exercise it, and that is learning to think before I speak. That's a hard one for me. I used to live stream 5 nights a week. I used to tweet 200 times a day. And for the most part, I was doing pretty good for a really long time. But after my divorce and after my gastric bypass surgery and my brain changed into a very negative state, I began to say and do really stupid stuff. For the most part, I've never really had to watch what I say. But when I went as crazy as I did over the last couple of years, man, I did some really regrettable stuff. That's one of the reasons I backed so far away from live streaming and focused mostly on creating YouTube content, because here I have to edit what I make, I have to listen to what I say, I have to apply the filters of, is something I said here wrong? Will somebody take it wrong? Will somebody be offended or upset by what I have to say? Do I stand by the statement? But when I'm just letting words fall out of my mouth, specifically because I have such an edgy sense of humor and I just love dark, horrible, disgusting humor, I tend to screw up. So New Year's resolution number 4 is to think before I speak or before I act or before I tweet, and do my absolute best to make sure that what I'm saying will do no harm, and also, because it happens, that, pearl clutching neckbeards won't find a way to be offended by that and try to use that against me. There's definitely people out there who seem to be very disingenuous when they're anger and rage. So I want to avoid those people too. But again, it's mostly about me focusing on accountability and just being a better person and a better creator. Now, when it comes to the superficial stuff like my weight loss or stuff along that lines, or the content I'm going to create here on the channel, obviously I'm going to try to continue to lose weight. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I will be doing low carb and keto this month, and I do want to go work with Diamond Dallas Page, though I don't know if you've seen the news, but he's in the middle of a divorce right now, so I'm not sure it's the best time to go see him. But when it comes to the YouTube channel, in 2020, I'm going to live by one mantra: create what I want to create. If people like it, they like it. If they watch it, they watch it. And if they don't, that's absolutely okay. And what I mostly want to make right now for this main channel is I want to hold the gaming industry to the fire, and I want to call out every crappy things they do, and I want to celebrate the good things that the gaming industry does. I want to get back to the Rambling series in which I talk about this kind of stuff and not worry about whether or not people are offended by it or don't like it or think I'm being some crazy person or something. I'm just done listening to that negativity. I'm going to post what I want, and I want to post bi-monthly updates about my life, so I'm going to. So that begs the question, do I want to make Francis videos? Absolutely. And I will, because sometimes that idea gets into my head and I just really enjoy filming that stuff. I know it's going to get demonetized. I know people don't feel like it works with the new teeth and the weight loss. I get that people find it cringy. I get all of that. I don't care. I like making it. Sometimes I just feel like destroying stuff, so I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. If you can't handle it, just skip those videos, watch something else. And there's going to be a huge focus on the second channel I made, the travel channel. And I get it. Not a lot of you guys want to see that stuff. But boy, do I enjoy filming it, and boy, do I enjoy traveling, and maybe that channel will be successful, but it doesn't matter because I love sharing it with you. You are one of the reasons I'm doing it, but the primary reason I'm doing it is for me. I just want an excuse to get out into the world and travel. If I get to share it with you and maybe earn a couple of my dollars back, that's pretty great too. And finally, I want to say that every year I post a video like this, and very rarely am I successful, but I think 2020 is the best chance for success I've ever had. Because I've been through the trials of that gastric bypass surgery, the trials of a divorce, and I have come out stronger because of it. On top of that, I've done a tremendous amount of therapy. I've grown my support structure tremendously, and more importantly for me, I'm finally medicated with medications that are working very, very well for me. I had a great Christmas. I had a great New Year's. It's fascinating because those are almost always the roughest times for me. And this year, I just kind of smiled all the way through. So what I'm trying to say is that here in 2020, I'm finally turning it all around. I don't know if it's in time to save my YouTube career. I don't know if it's in time for me to, call off the people who rabidly despise me. I don't know. I don't know. I don't really care. The only thing that matters realistically is the people that are still here and making sure I don't let you guys down and not letting myself down anymore, because that's something I've been really good at the last couple of years. Done being mad at myself. I'm just going to do better. So hopefully this is the last time I'm going to address any of the negativity you've seen about me. If you see any of these videos breaking me down, watch them. Go ahead. Some of that stuff's accurate. Some of it's not accurate. Some of it's straight up hyperbole and made up stuff. But it doesn't matter anymore, because regardless of whether or not it's true, you guys still believe it. And if you guys still believe it, I need to carry that weight on my shoulders. So that's what I'm going to do moving forward. I'm going to go off into the world and continue to act to the best of my ability as if I'm fully responsible for everything everybody's ever said. And then just try to be a good person from there. I think it's the only way to rebuild, and I think it's the only way to get to where I want to go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope we can do more videos like it in the future. Guys, I want to say thank you for watching now more than ever. I still love you very, very much. And I'll speak with you again soon. New year, new me. I hope you're doing the same.